online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yes. Hey everyone, welcome to the Louie After Show here on AfterBuzzTV.com. This is season 5, episode 6, The Sleepover, and 2/3 of the episode was just a sleepover. If you're listening to my voice on iTunes and or SoundCloud, be sure to like, rate, subscribe, share, all those fun things. If you're watching us live on YouTube.com, thank you very much. I'll be dropping in on the chat to answer your questions, your thoughts, your concerns. If you're listening to my voice any other way, please feel free to tweet at me. I'm at Steve Kaufmann, that's Kaufmann, hashtag ABTV Louie. But I'm not alone.
I hope not.
I have a full panel for the first time in a long time. Starting to my left.
Yes. Hello, fellas, and everyone
Hello.
else. I am Blake V. I'm jumping on the train a little late here, but
You're on the train,
hopefully
though.
that's okay.
No, you're
That's
never
right.
too late to the party.
Thank
never
you.
too late.
I made it. Better late than never.
Hey, cheers, by the way. Thanks for joining us. Yeah,
Thanks,
absolutely.
guys.
It's an
Yes.
honor.
I'm over here.
All right.
That works.
I gave you
Cheers
some love.
down there, Jared.
Absolutely.
That works.
You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media.
That's you.
I actually have to step in here because Monis said you're never too late to the party.
Uh-oh.
He lives by that rule.
I do.
We had a pool party that on the invite said ended at 6 p.m. and Monis shows up with a six-pack at like 11 p.m.
I remember
saying,
that.
is the party still going?
Because, guys, that's when... And the party was still going,
True
by the
story.
way. I
It
bring
was
the party.
not.
I bring the party
We
wherever
turned
I
you
go.
around
Party
at
in
the
a
door.
six-pack.
No,
It
I'm
was-
telling you, you guys, you and Phil especially, man, I gave you a ride to the car. You guys were poo.
Where was this pool party?
An undisclosed location.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was this before I was a part of the AfterBuzz community?
There,
Oh, no.
I'm sure-
You and me both, Jared.
Yeah.
Sure, there will
We
be
didn't
a
get the
way.
invites
Don't
to that
worry.
one.
We will go at 11 and we will tear the
Nice.
place
Let's do it.
up.
Yeah.
All right? I'm just
do it.
saying.
So-
I'm just saying.
Jared.
Oh, hi, I'm
people-
Jared. You can find me on Twitter at Gilkerson Radio and make fun of me.
Well, way to
No,
pimp,
come on now.
way to pimp out a
Yeah.
negative tweet
That's the,
that goes against everything the books tell you to do.
That's all right.
Oh, but
People
you know,
wrote books
guys,
about it.
you can find me Monis Rose,
There we go.
restaurantfiction.com, or on Twitter at restfiction. Be sure to read our review on Rick's Cafe, which is the prominent bar featured in Casablanca. So check that out.
I believe it's Casablanca.
I will, because that's actually my favorite film of all time.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
Louie, this is one of my favorite episodes of the season.
Absolutely.
This is great.
Last week's was way better on a second viewing, but this episode, on a first viewing, so good.
Why?
I feel grilled now.
Why?
Tell us now.
Yeah, tell us. What?
What was funny about it?
All the things?
Yeah, I like that.
When he made the jokes.
Yeah.
But we start out, he's taking his daughter to see a play, his older daughter, to see a play that has Matthew Broderick, John Lithgow, Michael Cera,
Glenn
Close, and we should really figure out who that fifth person is. Because that's a huge rub for whoever that fifth person is that
Yes.
we couldn't happen to recognize.
She is lucky to be on stage with them.
Well, and then to also be on Louie in front of a couple million people
Sure.
as well. And he's like engrossed, as people are at the theater, and his daughter seems unenthused. And then he, like, a huge moment in the play, she's down there texting.
Yeah, it's just the not cultural, what am I looking for?
Don't say millennial.
Age, whatever gap between them, and Louis just has no idea of how to well, whatever. I guess kids can multitask. Maybe she's one of the few. But
This is the second time this season where we have been dealing with the generational gap.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I think he likes to play on like the juxtaposition of his age range versus something he knows nothing about, which is kids and youth and what is happening now.
Yeah.
And I think
multitasking.
And
And
later in this
clearly multitasking.
And later in this episode, we see he's not very tech savvy because he's still using a BlackBerry.
I saw that, but maybe they have a deal with BlackBerry.
No, I think he actually still uses BlackBerry.
Yeah.
I think it's him and Paul Heyman are like the two people in the world that are keeping BlackBerry afloat.
There's a few people.
Paul Heyman's a wrestling manager.
Yeah.
I've met him. He has an iPhone and a BlackBerry. He's just holding them both.
Like, yeah.
They all like the stylus.
Yeah, the stylus. I have a stylus. I actually use my stylus
Yeah,
with an iPhone.
I hate a
Let's get off
stylus.
track, guys.
Who uses? I can't do with the stylus.
If you're gonna play draw something.
But then he finally
The sole reason why you have one.
I know, yeah.
Right.
Draw something.
But
You know-
what he discovers is that his daughter is able to Google a thing about a play while watching a play, which I don't know anyone else, but I myself, when I'm at a play, I don't look at my phone just because the brightness would glare on everyone behind me and it would ruin their experience.
Which is very considerate of you.
Like, that's-
like any theater event, that's probably protocol, etiquette.
Or at the very least, like, I immediately turn my phone on and then turn the brightness all the way down so it wouldn't do that. But I'm one of those people who can take in a thing while also like trying to get more information about a thing and working on 2 or 3 different levels.
Guess it depends what it is.
And answering emails and sending your resume to people and doing all the things you'd normally do.
I agree.
Watching porn at the same time. I get it. Yeah.
Totally.
Okay.
But I feel,
Watching it for the plot, I get it.
with this scene though, in particular,
These notes.
I know, I really,
He delves deep.
I go deep. But really, in this scene in particular, Louis could not just tell his daughter all he had to do was ask his daughter, what are you doing during the play? What are you doing? I mean, I am sure, and his daughter, from how she is portrayed as this very talkative, very intellectual, sophisticated young woman, probably would have given him an appropriate answer.
Yeah.
But he wanted to wait and in a way belittle her after the play by saying, as her punishment, give me the phone, with really no justification, really no groundwork to that. Just give me the phone. Almost like, when I was in the kitchen as a chef, I would always be told, oh, go faster. No really how, no reasoning behind it.
Which is
He's
very
flashing back.
Which is very
You're getting
parent.
heated.
I know.
I'm just
Well,
saying.
but that's
This
a
was
very
flashing back.
This scene was deep. This
No, it was.
very minimal moment was deep, and it really, I'm really proud of Louis' daughter, who gives him a slap in the face.
Yes, her reasoning was so compelling. It was great. I was proud of her too. And I think it's funny because I think that, Louis is just kind of falling back on this default parenting mode. It's like, oh, you're doing something I don't like or don't understand, so immediate punishment is coming. But no, she totally had a good reason. She was doing something different than he does, different than he understands, and he just got a slap in the face
Did anybody
with that
else?
reasoning.
Did anybody else think she Googled it beforehand and was actually texting her friends?
She could have.
Does anybody else think that little of everyone ever?
She might have been.
Then I'm just like,
I want to see the benefit of the doubt, because she seems
Yeah.
pretty smart, though.
Yeah.
Pretty savvy.
but she seems savvy enough to have that lie prepared.
But like of all the past younger people that have went up against Louis, they are always portrayed as smarter than him in a way.
yeah, and correct.
Right.
That's me playing devil's advocate and losing because nobody was faced. They're like, no, that girl's not a liar.
Yeah.
She did it. She meant it.
Louis' daughter, not a liar.
I'll believe
Through
it
this.
for now.
Would you like to see that play they were watching?
I would love to see that play they're watching.
Me too.
Can you do you have
Maybe.
tickets?
Maybe.
Do you have a hookup on tickets?
Dude, yeah, that.
Do we know if it's
We're
real?
like, do we have the name?
Hey,
Yeah,
gentleman
what is
and
it?
lady, I still have my student ID, so we could probably get our college discount. And just say,
I also
Excellent.
still have my
Yes,
student
absolutely.
ID. Class
I
of
don't know where mine
2010.
is.
Oh, yeah.
Still have my ID.
Then you're
It's
out of
okay.
luck, Jared. Out
Oh
of luck.
man,
College IDs do not have expiration dates for that exact reason.
That's true.
That's a little life hack for everyone.
Emails do, though, the college email.
No, you can still. We'll get into it.
Oh, everyone could try that at home.
That's a separate issue.
That's a separate thing. I still use my college email.
so he deals with a second daughter.
He deals with the second. Well, he deals with his first daughter who's leaving at 10 a.m. to go see a friend.
Right.
To take a bus, and she's like, "Come on, Dad. Nobody gets raped or murdered at 10 a.m."
That's true.
True.
It's actually never happened.
Statistically.
She's
I've read the
This is true.
stats.
She's
read
pretty
the
good
stats.
with the Googling.
Yeah.
She might be
Yeah.
on top of this.
Yeah, nobody gets raped or killed on Saturday.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm sure if we all look up Ted Bundy, I'm just that way we get different answers.
There might have been
No,
a
he
10
never did
a.m.
it either. Did you ever read his book?
No.
9:45.
No, neither did I.
It was killing.
Yeah, 9:45. It was.
He called it kill o'clock.
We're getting into deep waters here.
Oh, let's
Yeah.
just make jokes
Yeah,
about
that's fine,
rape
it's
and
fine.
murder. That's fine.
But she leaves. Yeah.
She leaves, and then his daughter, whose birthday it is, she's having 9 to 12 girls over for is that what they call a party now?
Yeah.
Yes, the sleepover.
That's a lot of people.
It just-
Sleepover party.
It just looked like at what was it, like 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yes.
That's
Yeah, weird.
A
No.
party then a sleepover. That's a
That is a long commitment. And the mom even asked him, "Why are you doing this so early?" He's like, "I don't.
I
was-
just
He just let his youngest daughter run everything. Just
Yeah.
like, and because like, oh, we're doing a Sunday, and you didn't tell me any of this. Like
Right.
everyone's I'm just here. I'm just at the place.
Just providing the location."
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
the goodies
providing
and
the
the
Louis just
location.
likes to take it. He just likes to take it.
We know that from a couple episodes ago.
Yes.
Yes.
True.
But I do enjoy.
It does.
Yes.
But I do enjoy the way he portrays all the girls that aren't his daughter. One's name is Shasta. Like
Yeah.
I thought I misheard it, and then like he was making a joke on it.
Yeah.
I was like, no, her name's actually Shasta. Another's
That
name is
woman-
actually Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
But I
I know,
have to
that's
say,
ridiculous.
Shasta got the rotten end of the stick. I mean, it could have been called Coca-Cola or Pepsi. Much better soda pop names. I mean,
Soda pop.
Soda pop.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I put the soda
Midwest.
at the top.
I ex-nayed pop like 15 years ago.
Shh, you're missing out.
You are.
I don't call it pop anymore. I used to exclusively.
Oh, you still drink it?
Oh.
You still?
Oh no, I still drink it, but I haven't called
never
it pop in a
referred to
long
it
time.
as-
No.
Is it like a geographical thing?
It is.
I must be.
Because I never did.
It was
Yeah.
always soda to me.
Soda.
You always call
Now
it
it's
what
so,
it was.
now I just call it what it is, like whatever the drink is.
Right.
We're
Soda
Shasta.
pop.
Or RC Cola exclusively.
they sponsor this show.
Apparently.
Moving on.
Right.
Moving on. I like how he
Oh, but
portrays.
we forgot my favorite girl's name, Tranquilite.
Yeah.
Tranquility.
Whoa.
Yeah, Tranquility.
With the snap.
Because you've got to.
Yeah.
That's
It's
a-
part
Are
of the
these real
pronunciation.
names? There's no way.
I'm sure someone in the history
Yeah.
of time,
Someone in this world,
has
Jared.
been named.
Yeah. Afghanistan
Trank-
was my favorite.
Yeah.
First I thought he was like ripping on her in some
Like,
other way. I'm
yes.
like, oh, cool, he's going for it. But
Yes,
I'm like,
like
oh, her
insulting
name's
her.
Afghanistan.
But the portrayal of like just when 9 girls get together, they
Yeah.
just seem to just lose.
Madness.
It's just complete
Did
madness.
this
for
real?
young
Yeah.
girls.
Is this real? When you were 9, 10 years old, did you have 9? I mean, were you a part of this?
Let me tell you, 100% real.
Really?
Is that-
I lived this, and let me tell you, as a young girl, lived this, had a great time, it was fun. But now, as an adult, it horrifies me. And I don't have kids now, but I'm like frightened at the aspect of having to host a similar party. And one of my first jobs was being a substitute teacher. This happened.
What'd you teach?
Well, I actually was substituting K through 12 wherever they assigned me.
Wow.
And my first job ever was a 2-day kindergarten job. And they were like ants. It was craziness. There were like 20 of them and it was insane. So I can only imagine, my God, 10 girls at a slumber party, just madness. And then he embarked on his journey with them.
Oh, yeah.
So,
He's a glutton for punishment for sure.
well, I would imagine that's very similar to just like a bunch of people at a concert. A bunch of people at a concert just losing it. Like, oh my God, U2 is here.
Yeah.
This is happening.
Yeah.
Very similar.
But they're adults. Like, that's how adults do it. We're kids, like, it's almost expected. But, like, there was no rhyme or reason to these kids, and they were just destroying him. He orders a pizza, and then he goes into his room because Pamela texts him.
Well, there was the divorce thing before that, too.
Oh, yeah, the divorce thing
But,
before that.
just-
And then
Oh my God, yeah.
he subtly explains to Shasta that her mom and dad are going to get a divorce, which Shasta was unaware of.
Yeah.
That's
Was
all.
everyone screaming internally?
Yeah.
Why?
Yes.
Why are
Yes,
you doing this?
dropping the ball, which he does
So
catch
bad.
himself, but it is too late, too little, too late.
Far too
Absolutely.
late.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the verbiage back and forth from her mom and him from before, and he's like, we're getting divorced. I just love that awkward, like, okay, right. I have nothing else to say. Bye. Yeah.
Let me know how that
Yeah.
goes.
Bye.
Right.
See you
I'm
later.
sure it's wonderful.
Yeah.
And he gets a text from Pamela at 6:40, which I don't know if you guys are aware, but booty calls don't happen until after 9.
Is it true?
is that the
Wow, is that
That's the
rule?
It's like not being
Who
raped or
knows?
killed at 10
Yeah.
a.m. Yeah.
All
The
right.
booty call. So if it's
But not if you're older, because he's pushing 50 now. So yeah.
Thank you.
He's pushing
The
50.
threshold increases the
Yeah.
farther you age.
The early bird
it's
special
still-
is now
it's
gone.
still 9.
It's off the clock.
I want to know where she was too. Like she was in the bathroom.
She was in the
obviously.
bathroom
But who
of
was the dude?
a dude she's with, I
Yeah.
guess. I think we're going to find out that she's like in a relationship.
Yeah, like a long
And like
one.
hates
Yeah.
it. Like
Like a
she's been in a
long-term.
long-term relationship
Yeah.
this whole time.
Yeah.
But she texts him, they text back and forth. He goes into his bedroom while there's 9 screaming girls just destroying his apartment.
So
I guess.
awkward. Horrible timing.
Did he wrap everything in plastic? I would have just bought plastic wrap.
He's.
It's both safe and I'll be able to use it later.
Safe and reusable.
Safe and protecting all my things.
Now, a few things that I really liked in this whole situation. First of all, one thing that's new is he's doing a lot more. There was a lot more jazz clarinet.
Yes.
This whole episode, I really felt more jazzy, like almost like Woody Allen-esque. Like last week, the song choices were just very off the wall. This brought this jazz motif to it, which I really like, which even plays later to the silent film when showing Bobby's story. Where am I also going with this?
You'll get there.
It'll come back around.
He's got a lot.
I know.
What are you going with the cheese
We'll get
pizza
there.
thing?
I know.
The cheese pizza?
Oh yeah, cheese pizza.
Half cheese pizza.
Half cheese pizza.
Half cheese, half cheese.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Absolutely. But
I'm
you
going to
know,
place my next delivery order that way.
this
Yeah.
also
Yes.
with the sleepover though, it shows how easy sleepovers actually are. I mean, really, what you just need pizza. I mean, you need grilled cheese, I guess, and you need a Sunday bar.
For breakfast, too. Grilled cheese at 10
grilled
a.m.
cheese. Oh, and what I
True.
also that's my point. What I really liked. Thank you, by the way.
Oh, you're welcome. Did
The
I say
reminder. The pizza reminder.
Pizza.
You led us there.
But anyway, what they've been doing a lot this season, food montages. We saw like a few weeks ago, or in the first episode of this season, Louis cook all that fried chicken. This
Yeah.
time he goes, cooks, we see him make this delicious grilled cheese. We're going to see more of the Sunday bar later, but I really like these. He really concentrates on these really short and snappy food montages. Food has
Yeah.
been very, very important this
That was
season.
like some gourmet grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I
Not
wanna
to
go
mention-
I want to go home and make some.
Yeah, the pastry penis.
Oh yeah. Well, last week the
Yeah.
cannoli.
Oh, is it a cannoli?
The cannolis were.
Yeah.
They were cow. Like it was another cow thing, right?
What's that?
Were they saying it was
Also
cow
when he was
semen?
when he,
Like in
when
reference
also
to the
when he was
urine
on
thing?
stage and
Oh.
he had the pastry for a penis.
We didn't. I
Oh,
guess that
yeah,
was a cronut.
that's
We
right.
decided
Yeah,
that,
that
was
made
a,
me
we
really
decided
hungry.
that was a cronut.
And I wasn't
Okay.
here for that. I didn't realize it was a pastry reference, but it didn't look like a cronut.
It was a cronut.
You kind of did. I
Exactly.
did.
Yeah.
It was kind of hungry for a cronut.
It reminds me a little bit like the comedians in Cars. They always have close-ups of like all the coffee, and he's always done this for like more this season. But he's always done these like mega food close-up preparation. It's kind of fun. Makes me hungry every.
I can't
time.
wait till the season's
Even
over.
when it's
so
a penis?
Yeah.
Especially.
I can't.
Next week.
I
The
cannot.
subcoming is a terrible thing.
It's
Who is that?
coming
Who's
out.
talking?
Someone on Twitter remind me when this season's over, I will make a supercut of everything in season 5 that was just food.
Nice.
Excellent.
A Louis
choice.
food supercut.
Yeah.
And then I totally won't upload it to YouTube. If you
Totally.
find it on YouTube, it's there by mistake. Because
We've been warned.
I would have done it and just showed it privately, which is legal.
Totally.
But if it winds up on YouTube, I was hacked.
It's
Now-
out of your hands.
That's
Question: have any of you ever taken a field trip to jail before? Because I mean, if someone said, "Let's
Not
go to a field
willingly.
trip," no.
no.
I actually wasn't it.
Monis, if that's how they like pitched it to you and
Yes,
they didn't
God.
read it to your rights, usually they have to read your rights when they arrest you. They don't usually say, "Hey, do you want to take a
Jump on in the
field
back
trip?"
here.
That's what Monis was
take
told.
me out,
That's
see
what
how
Monis
this
was
works.
told.
I know you revert to a 7-year-old when drunk, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
To 9-year-old girls, I mean, you can just say, "Let's go on a field trip." Who wants to go to
That's
jail?
what happened the
to
night when he
jail.
showed up with a 6-pack at 11 o'clock. Like, did you get a field trip to jail, son? He's like, sure. Yeah.
I've never been. I'm so excited.
That guy put his ass in my ass.
they only let you leave the jail cell when they found out your parents didn't sign the permission slip.
Look at this guy.
Well,
I just can't get over the
Well,
image.
while
He looks like a
Monis,
doctor
while
or something.
Monis is losing it, I think we're ready.
No laughing on the
We do have to
AFTERBUZZ
talk
show.
about
No laughing.
We do have to
No-
talk about the Pamela of it all. Pamela is dating someone.
Yeah.
Clearly dating someone,
Yes.
but still calling Louis. And one of my favorite lines was, sometimes what you need and what you want are two different things. Which it pretty much explains this relationship. That what Louis wants is to be all in with her. And what she wants is
situational.
to be with him, but not be all in with him.
Yeah.
I guess.
Deep.
I guess she wants an emotional relationship. She wants to be emotionally committed to him, or not,
I don't even
physically
think-
committed.
She just
to him.
wants it when it's
physically.
convenient.
Yeah,
which is
because
fine.
I feel like she's so hesitant to show any bit of her emotions. You know,
I think
it's.
I guess she kind of wants to put him on a shelf so she can text him at 6 p.m. way before booty call hours.
Yeah.
Even like senior booty call hours. That's still like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
That's still not a booty call. It's 6:40.
She's messing with him.
She is.
She's
Totally
definitely
is.
well, she wanted to take him off the shelf and play with him that one time, and then put him back on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's
True.
how she. Well, now that I killed the room with like, oh man, that is
No.
bad. That's awful. How Pamela's treating me.
No, I like her. I like the way she treats him.
I love her. I think it's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah. She just manhandles him. And
Yeah,
he likes it.
literally.
Literally.
He does like it.
He likes to
He
take
likes
it.
it.
Oh,
he
yeah.
does.
I like her because there's
Yeah.
no other women that have that character on TV, so she's unique.
Yes.
Well, and I like that he knows that's what he wants. Whether or
It's
not,
true.
yeah, like
It seems like he's also come to terms with this too, of
yeah,
where
like,
it is.
where he's just like, I would like to spend all the time with you, and you are gonna figure it out eventually.
He probably enjoys the because if they were the chase has got to be fun too. So it's frustrating, but it's also he seems like a happy to be sad kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like likes the sadness. He misses this. So if they were together, it would just be boring. But I think he likes the chase and this is
perpetual
all
up
the
and
relationship's
down.
ever going to be. I hope it never goes anywhere else. I kind of just hope it stays this.
I hope that too.
Yeah.
He almost has phone sex with her with 9-year-old girls in the other room.
Yeah. Well, who doesn't?
Most people.
Whoa.
I think
Jared.
most people. I think let's just calm down. You're gonna take a field trip to jail with that kind of
Oh,
talk.
field trip? Oh,
Yeah.
good.
He's ready, apparently.
Field trip to jail.
But his
been
brother,
done. It's been done.
Bobby calls him from jail. Which, by the way, jail is where you go to wait to go to prison. I hear so many people like, "Oh, he went away to jail." I was like, "Was he detained? Like, is he waiting to go to prison? Was he arraigned?" Like, no, he murdered somebody, and the court said he had to go to jail. Like, you mean prison?
Well, Monopoly. Can you murder someone in Monopoly?
You can't.
Oh.
Well, not
Not
within,
yet anyways.
not within the mechanics of the game.
Only friendships.
It's true.
I've lost many a friend.
Yeah.
True.
Monopoly.
I'm that guy.
You took the race car one too many times.
I did.
Whoa.
It was a race car.
Whoa.
Anyway,
Do not pass go.
He's guilty.
Do not collect $200.
so his brother Bobby needs to get out of jail by 9 p.m. or he'll have to spend the night in jail. And he decides, okay, I have to bring 9 girls to jail. Which, wouldn't you think leaving them in your house would be a better...
No.
No?
There needs to be
No.
parent supervision.
Right, there has to be a supervisor, but I would almost call everyone in my phone book to see who could come over and watch them before I ever took them out of the environment.
But it sounds like he was pressed for those 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I would... Am I weird for trusting 8-year-olds in my apartment for the half hour it'll take me to go get my brother
I
out of
think
jail?
it's less about
There's a
trust,
joke
though.
somewhere. Sorry.
It's the wording.
Go ahead.
I think it's less about trust, though, and more about the legality of it. Like, in case one died
Yeah.
or killed another one,
Yeah.
I think you'd be in trouble for leaving them.
Yeah, you
Yes.
could bring him
I
to jail.
guess.
You're all in the same car,
Yeah.
and then you just got to run inside to jail.
Yeah.
And then you're in the same room in there because there's cops in there. So cops aren't going to let anything happen to these
guess.
girls in a waiting room.
And really, it worked in his favor.
Yes.
Because he brought him
Yes.
in and they kind of worked their magic
Wreaked
for
havoc.
him.
Yeah.
Is it? But like 8 years old, like that's a respectable age to leave a child unattended in your home that's already safe.
Maybe not 10 of them. That's all.
We'll agree to disagree, guys.
Yeah. But yeah,
He takes them all to jail,
and
which
then they-
seems like the worst of the two options to me. Let me know. Hashtag jail yes, jail no.
I like that. That's a great
We'll
one.
weigh them out.
Which one?
Next week we'll
Let's
talk
do the
about it.
vote.
Jail yes,
Vote
jail
now.
no. Voting lines are open.
Yes.
And he comes and he gets his brother. Well, he has to wait. And they're like, oh, the bailmaster's on break, so you have to wait here. And he's like, oh, I have to wait? Sure.
Yeah.
9 8-year-olds are going to run
Girls,
around.
work
Yeah.
your magic.
Oh, yeah.
Just complete havoc. somebody robbed her bunny.
Right.
That's right.
And he tells Shasta to get off the table, and she screams like a
Yeah.
Oh, man.
blood-curdling response. I'm like, what? What is happening?
I'm looking at Afghanistan for who robbed that bunny.
Hey now.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Whoa.
Just saying.
Uh-oh.
Somebody robbed that bunny.
Yeah.
And then they get Bobby in the taxi, and they ask Bobby what happened. And Bobby
the
tells
best.
this really fairy tale like story of how a woman fell. He helped the woman gave him a goat. He had the goat for a minute, and then he lost the goat, and the cop wanted to kill the goat.
And they show
then
this
arrest-
like French New
Yeah, it
Wave
was so
silent
cool.
film.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
So creative.
And the little girls were like, "Oh my god, that's so amazing!"
I love Bobby Kelly. He's I love him as
Yes.
a comedian. And I feel like he's finally showing that he can act
Yes.
well.
Mm-hmm.
And as we could see from that scene in the car, lying to the kids, and then the ending scene, then the credits
Yes.
with the yogurt. Like he's just some of his one-liners this season have been awesome, and he's been great this season. So it's good to see him.
He has. And I like imagining this scene as if it were real life. And imagining like, oh, you just got your brother out of jail. And this is the story he comes up with. Like, whatever the truth may be.
Yeah.
He's like, and a woman, and then a goat. And then they were going to kill the goat.
I was having a sandwich,
Yeah,
and
having a
I
sandwich.
just gave my sandwich
And this
to
man
some
was
guy.
hungry.
Yeah.
It's like,
But I love the big masterful story, and then the button at the end is like, so what really happened? He's like, I was at a rub and tug, and it got rated.
Which is great.
that's the story that came out of that.
Yeah.
But
It's
I
even
will
better.
say
Go,
it
an
ends-
old lady, a sandwich.
Yeah.
Right.
It ends
Rub and
beautifully
tug,
because everyone gets their Sundays. They all go to the frozen yogurt stand.
That is
they
not-
all have their
including the
delicious,
taxi
Very true.
driver.
including the taxi driver. There is
That
all
was a
of-
great scene.
It was
Just
an
the
incredible
quick
scene.
taxi driver.
Absolutely.
With this ice
You know,
cream.
everyone gets their double dipped. You know, this rainbow sprinkles, whipped cream, the whole shebang.
So
Even the man mistakenly taken into the paddy wagon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Even
yeah,
he was
that's
there.
Right. Was that him?
I think it was.
the guy who went on a field trip to jail.
Yeah, he took a
Okay.
field trip to
Oh,
jail.
he did take a field trip.
did.
Right, in the silent film.
Yeah.
He reappeared.
And then the credit scene was great.
The credit scene was great.
That might have
was.
been my favorite scene of the whole show.
It was.
I
They
did not
saved
know
it-
how yogurt was made.
They saved it for the end for a reason.
That conversation was great.
And I love just the like that sigh, and in that sigh is, I don't have the time to explain to you the
Yeah.
anatomy of cows.
Yeah.
I just want to
Or
sit here and
life.
enjoy my yogurt with my brother.
Yeah.
And hopefully he won't say something else that'll make me sigh this hard.
Yeah. There was one scene that we forgot that it was a runner-up for my favorite. Just the obnoxious close-up of the television with the
Oh,
tongue.
God.
It was just this yellow block with a tongue screaming for like 5 straight seconds, and it's just supposed to be like a SpongeBob,
Which is what-
like just rip off, and that's what goes off in his head, like when he's thinking, "What do kids like?" And it's just a screaming.
Well, I think
yellow
in his
block.
mind,
wagging
I
tongue.
think
it.
in his
That's the
mind,
best.
I think that's what he thinks
Yeah.
SpongeBob is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He thinks SpongeBob is just, "Ah!
Yeah,
Ah!
yeah.
Ah!
It was great.
I'm a yellow block with lips.
Yeah.
Ah!"
I love that shot. It was
I will-
I think
That
that
was
was right
great.
back from the commercial too. So that
I
just,
may
like,
tweet-
started.
I-
And all the kids were like silent
Yeah.
and just riveted.
All about it. I may
about it.
or may not be tweeting that link at you this time next week.
Nice.
We'll take it.
That may happen.
We'll be looking for it.
Speaking of next week, next week's episode is called The Road Part 1. Then the week after that is called The Road Part 2, and then we're over.
He's starting his
Yeah.
multi-parters. He had some of those in
Multi-parters.
last
That's
season
right.
too.
He had a lot of multi-parters last
Mm-hmm.
season. This season, we get 2, and then it'll be May 28th, and the season's over.
I heard they submitted the last one for the Emmys.
Did they?
So they really liked that one, and I think it was the Rappaport one too. They had 2.
Those
So,
would
yeah.
be. Those are both great.
Yeah.
Or Untitled. They could have submitted Untitled.
Yeah. Or this week.
Just to mess with them. Like most of them this week.
Yeah,
most of them this
that's a
season
great
were worth
season.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So next week we'll be talking about The Road Part 1.
I just hope it's not. I mean, I hope it's different than when the first season, when all he does is sing the Who song, "Who Are You," for about 7 minutes straight with his daughters as they go to Grandma's house.
Only because he's done that already.
Right.
Because that was amazing.
It was amazing, but I mean, I hope it's something a little different.
I hope it's
Above and beyond.
Yes.
The Road Part 1 is Wish You Were Here, the whole album.
Oh, yeah.
And then The Road Part 2 is Dark Side of the Moon.
Awesome.
That's the plan.
We'd watch that, and we'd have a lot to talk about.
He's graduating. That's for sure.
In the meantime, where can the people talk to you guys? Till next week, starting to my left.
Yes, they can talk to me, Blake V, on Twitter and Instagram at Blake V Media.
Hey guys, yes, my name's Monis Rose. Hello. You can find me website restaurantfiction.com. Check out the review, The Peach Pit, which was the prominent restaurant featured in Beverly Hills 90210. Also on iTunes, Restaurant Fiction, and Twitter @RestFiction.
You can find me on Twitter. That's @Gilkerson Radio. Bam.
And you guys can find me @Steve Kaufmann. That's Kaufmann. I do a lot of shows here on AfterBuzz TV, including the Payback After Show this Sunday if you're into wrestling.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
We have some takers.
Good night, guys.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.